You can feel the physical and mental exhaustion of the constituent runaround. You need a simple business permit, and suddenly you are an unpaid courier, bouncing between offices with a stack of files that never seems to be enough. The process is a loop of redundant steps. You visit 5 different agency websites and type your name, address, and tax history into 5 separate forms, providing the exact same data to the same government 5 times in a row. This happens because government agencies were built in an era when sharing information was technically impossible. They were designed as isolated vertical columns, secure towers that were never meant to speak to one another. The digital revolution failed to fix this. We didn't change the architecture, we just scanned the forms. We turned physical paper into digital paper, leaving the isolated silos exactly as they were. This disconnected system creates what we call coordination debt. It is the hidden tax on every interaction, a system-wide friction where a lack of shared data forces everything to move slower. This debt has 2 major human consequences. First, the benefits cliff, where eligible citizens fall through the gaps between parallel programs. Second, the accountability dark zone, where public records are buried so deep in separate databases that they are effectively lost to the public. The frustration of dealing with the government is an architectural failure. Solving it requires a new way of organizing information, not just a better website. To solve this, we introduce the Government WAO. It's a unified coordination layer that doesn't replace existing agencies, but operates securely above them, bridging the silos. Citizens use a single interface, which funnels requests to every department simultaneously. This automated routing replaces the old model where you acted as a manual data courier, carrying information from department to department. By changing the architectural geometry, the burden of coordination finally shifts away from the citizen and back onto the system itself. Specialized AI agents live within this coordination layer, acting as the active workers that keep the data moving. The permit orchestration agent tracks approvals across multiple agencies simultaneously. It monitors your application and proactively texts you timeline updates, so you always know where you stand. The benefits eligibility agent cross-references your data against every available civic program. It scans for assistance you might be missing, connecting you to resources automatically. This simultaneous check eliminates the benefits cliff by ensuring no one falls through the cracks while preventing the waste of duplicate payouts. The public records agent compiles documents across disconnected databases. It processes complex FOIA requests and redacts sensitive info in days instead of months. By operating across the entire network, these agents eliminate the structural blind spots that once made the constituent runaround inevitable. The ultimate goal of this coordination layer is restoring public trust. This trust is anchored in the Wisdom Vault, the system's foundational memory. Every coordinated action and permit leaves a permanent, tamper-evident trail in a secure digital archive. Because this ledger is immutable, records cannot be lost, altered, or buried in an agency archive to avoid scrutiny. This centralized, secure audit trail definitively eliminates the accountability dark zone. Government actions transition from being technically documented in a file cabinet to being practically accessible to the public they serve. Government is humanity's original coordination institution. Now it is finally receiving the information architecture it requires to function in the modern era. By moving from isolated silos to a unified coordination layer, we transform a broken bureaucratic maze into a transparent, citizen-first accountability engine.